Good day, BSBA MM3A. So for today, we're going to discuss to you the retail communication mix, which is divided into subtopics. So it is the traditional media elements, which we'll be going to discuss by yours truly. We also have the new media elements, which we'll be going to discuss by Camille De Jesus. Next is the communication programs build brand image, which we'll be going to discuss by Althea Lorraine Ignacio, and communication programs build customer loyalty that we'll be going to discuss by Jocelyn Magtubo. And the last topic is the planning, the retail communication program that we'll be going to discuss by Jana Mina Dominguez. So let's move on to the reporting proper. Hi, my name is Jeno Xavier and I am from the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Marketing Management, Section 3A. So for today, let me discuss to you our introduction about the retail communication mix and for the following topics, which is the traditional media. Let's move on to the retail communication mix. So, the goal of retail communication mix program is to generate sales, and the retailers, in order to achieve this goal, adopt various methods like informing, persuading, and reminding target customers about their existence and their products and services. Thus, informing, persuading, and reminding are the key functions of the retail program. So now let's move on to the information. This is the primary function of the retail communication program. Retailers provide information to the customers about themselves and the product and services they offered. Like for example, the most common tool for disseminating information is the advertisements placed by supermarkets in the newspaper to inform us about the special discount prices on their groceries. So it is just like how your crush informs you in his feelings for you on the messenger chat or any ways of communicating his feelings to you. So now, persuading, this is the most important function of the retail communication program. It involves asking people to visit the store and purchase its merchandise and our services. For example, a supermarket might offer discount coupons to customers through newspapers and motivate them to buy your products. Now, this is the process that your crush persuades you to reciprocate his or her feelings to him or her. Sometimes they use persuasive words to attract you, and of course, you like it too, of course, di ba? So now we have reminding. So it involves reminding its customers frequently about its products and its benefits so that customer loyalty towards the store. Though a retailer may be liked by customers, it could be very difficult for the former to retain its customer due to its competitors' appeals. Hence, an increasing number of retailers, as part of their reminding task, are developing promotional strategies like loyalty program or frequent shoppers program for their customers. So this is the moment that his or her persuasive words are effective to you. It is the moment that he's going to step up his game by like courting you, like chatting you all night long. Like it is the process of building his image on your brain. It is just like that, you know. So now let's proceed to our subtopic for today's discussion, which is the traditional media. So traditional or old media are broadcast based, meaning that the messages are set in one direction only. Further, they are directed toward the mass audience without the level of focus of segmentation afforded by new media in the information age. So, for the past 50 to 100 years, retailers have used conventional channels such as print, radio, television, yellow pages, and even outdoor advertisements to target consumers' audiences. So many B2B businesses will benefit from traditional media as part of the retailing mix, since the media often cover very large audiences they can be very costly. However, in your industry or country, they can be very useful in assisting your market in reaching its goals. So here are some examples of traditional media. So if your company sells to a specific geographic area, directory listings and advertisement can be critical for reaching customers' loyalty for solutions. You would need to target a wide range of prospects in various industries, so you might place an ad in regional or national business magazine, newspaper, or radio show. So here are some traditional marketing channels includes the outdoor. Outdoor, it is like the billboards, bus or taxi wraps, posters, and others. So we have the broadcasting. So in broadcasting, we have two. We have the TV broadcasting and we have the radio broadcasting. In print, we have the magazines, the newspaper, brochure, posters, and others. So we also have the direct mail. Direct mail, it is like a catalog. If you are familiar with catalog, I'll show it in here. So we also have the telemarketing, which is like the phone, the use of phone, like text messages and others. So lastly, we have the window displays and signs. So that's all. So we all know that everything has its negative side and positive side, of course. So traditional media has its positive and negative side. So now we're going to discuss the pros and cons of traditional media. So let's move on to the pros or the advantages of traditional media. So first one is it is impactful and easy to understand. A visually bold billboard or a striking TV commercial is a normal part of most people's day-to-day lives. They can easily digest and often entertaining about the information that we provide for them about our products and services, what we want to offer, what we want to deliver to them, what kind of marketing message we want to deliver to them. It is easy to understand. It is not confusing, right? Because it is a direct information. They can see images, they can see words, and the information just stay there. It doesn't gone just like a second. So we have the printed marketing materials are more permanent, just like what I said earlier. If you have an advert in an issue of the Philippine Daily Inquirer or a local magazine, it will be there until the magazine is recycled, which is great if the consumer is an avid collector. It would just stay there for a long time. If someone has an interest to read that, your advertisement will just stay there and no one's gonna rip that paper for you. So it is more memorable that seeing something in real life rather than on your phone is more likely to be remembered. The anticipation of the trending ads or a beautiful and impressive window display is more likely to stay in your mind than an Instagram ad you'll probably scroll past for a seconds, like 2 or 3 seconds like that. So now we have the cons or the disadvantage of the traditional media. So traditional media are more difficult to measure campaigns. There are ways to measure traditional marketing campaigns such as brand trackers, but they are nowhere near in-depth or intelligent as the tools available in digital marketing. So next, it is often expensive. If your brand is in its infancy, chances are you don't have the funds for a 4-page spread in local magazines like Mega Magazine, the Food Magazine, and others. Many forms of traditional marketing will set you back a considerable amount. So lastly, the last disadvantage is it has no direct interaction with the consumer. Unlike social media marketing or the new media, you're more or less in the dark about your audience's reaction to your marketing efforts. So you have no idea with their reaction because it is just a direct information that you've spread all throughout the target market, but you don't have the idea what is their reaction, what is their feedback on that that marketing tactics or retailing mix tactics. So it is just like you're telling something without seeing their reactions, without seeing their feedbacks. So feedbacks are important for us to become better, for us to improve our product and services, and of course to step up the game against the competitors. So that's the pros and cons of the traditional media.
Good morning, ma'am and classmates. I am Camille Andejesus and I am going to discuss the assigned topic to me. The new media elements. New media elements centers on promoting brands, selling products and services through established and emerging online channels. Harnessing these elements is a means of new media to engage potential and current customers. This encompasses many different mediums such as display advertising, content marketing, and social media promotions. The objective of all new media elements is to get consumers to interact with the brand, engaging them in a way that increases awareness and correlates to sales. This allows consumers in two-way communication with their brands and their peers. These new media elements include social media, email, search engine optimization, content marketing, and pay-per-click. The first one is the social media. The benefits of social media for retail business compounds shows when we think about the numbers of users. As an online retail business, we are likely to be aware of the importance of social media. It is one of the many digital touchpoints that can be used for driving website trafficking, generating sales, and building engagement and having conversation with their customer base. With the rise of social media, many small businesses have had to alter their operational strategies to adopt. Prior to the development of social media platforms, businesses relied on flyers sent through an email, television, commercial, and word of mouth. While these marketing tactics are still useful, businesses can now use social media to instantly inform consumers about their sales, the arrival of new products, and exclusive promotions. Consumers can connect with their favorite retailers online to stay informed about the new developments. When deciding where to shop and what to buy, people are increasingly relying on their phones to research products, compare prices, and make purchases. This means that retailers need to connect with shoppers on mobile phones. That's why today, there are so many solutions to help drive retail sales. There is a good chance for retailers that many of their bricks and mortar customers and prospective customers are online. The first one is the Facebook. Social media create an easy way to reach and influence your own unique niche shopper base. Merchants can easily set up shops on Facebook, customize links, and display products. Facebook helps struggling retailers create online stores. The next one is the Twitter. Business should invest in Twitter to grow their marketing strategy and audience. Twitter can be used to share updates about retail business, share industry news, and engage with their customers. It can increase visibility in search engines, which isn't the case for other social sites. For example, if you search for famous celebrities on Google, you may find their tweets in Google results. Twitter can help your business create a digital presence online and make people more aware of your products. Since Twitter is already an extremely popular social media platform, it can direct traffic to your site if you have a lot of followers and engagement. Reaching your target audience is an essential for generating quick hits. Twitter provides an easy channel to reach your targeted audience. It is one of the best social media platforms for promotion and comfortable for your audience to find and communicate with you. The next one is Instagram. Instagram is also considered a spectacular tool for retailers and businesses. Photos posted in Instagram make an emotional connection in a way that text cannot. It makes retail business and brand more relatable. Photos shared by Instagram are reaching a huge target audience. There are many benefits in using Instagram as a social media promotions platform. First, it boosts brand awareness. Another great reason to start using Instagram paid advertising is to boost the overall brand awareness among a wider audience. With so many active users on Instagram, more people will become aware of your product. It increases customer satisfaction. Lots of people use social media to vent their feelings about a brand or a product, to ask a question to the people who work there. Using your Instagram account as a way to connect to your audience, as well as advertising your product, is a great tool. To sum up, responding quickly on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, for example, can resolve a customer problem and can actually foster loyalty and improve the company's reputation. Having an understanding of what motivates people to share and engage online is important, as it helps to plan your social media strategy more effectively. The next few media elements is the email. Email is definitely one of the best marketing channels for retailers. Not only does it allow you to promote and sell your products, but also helps you build lasting relationship with your customers. This relationship fosters customer retention, brand loyalty, create brand ambassadors out of your customers. In other words, email is one of the pillars of a successful and sustainable business. The next one is the SEO. Being online now is essential for business retail that are looking to grow sales and foot traffic. In reality, the vast majority of shoppers now perform product online research prior to making in-store purchases. Google is being used by the shoppers to look for a product, to read online reviews, and to locate local businesses. And this is where SEO comes in. Good SEO helps shoppers to find their retail stores both online and offline. So now, what is SEO? SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. It is the process or set of best practices that you follow to be as high as possible in the search results. There are many benefits of using SEO in retail stores. First, it builds credibility. Paid online advertising and social media are the great platforms to increase traffic in websites. But the reality is, the major of online traffic is driven by the search engines. Google and other search engines' primary purpose is to offer users high-quality, credible content. And as a result of this, users of search engine now connect with higher ranking with more valuable materials. So by implementing SEO in your marketing strategy, your site will rank higher. Having a higher ranking website will increase your target audience trust and authority. In the end, as a result of this will increase sales in your retail stores. Next one is, it attracts local shoppers. People now use search engine to find local information. That's why SEO strategy is more important than ever for bricks and mortar businesses. A good local SEO strategy comes with many benefits, including greater local visibility, more relevant traffic, increased visibility on Google Maps, and a good local reputation. Another advantage is that SEO tactics attract shoppers that are actively searching for your product or business. This is why results in more relevant and qualified shoppers, or in other words, a better business. The next one is the content marketing. Content marketing involves creating a unique product like a blog post, photo, and video, and it is promoting via a marketing channel like social media. If you are in the retail industry, content marketing will give you a lot of alternatives. Retailers can profit from successful content curation as long as they create engaging, shareable content, post consistently at the right time, and promoting it via social media. The important factor to keep in mind is that you tailor your content to your audience and make it unique. The question now is, Why is content marketing important in retail stores? People identify with retail brands. People love brands that speak to them. And they will happily talk up a business that makes them happy. With the right merchandise, they can even become walking advertisements for your business. To earn brand loyalty, you have to exceed a customer's expectations. The same principle applies to content marketing. If you want customer engaged with what you create, then you have to go beyond and above. The last one is the PPC. PPC stands for pay per click. It is a model of marketing in which advertisers pay a fee whenever one of their ads is clicked. In pay-per-click advertising, businesses that run advertisements will only be charged whenever users click their ad. Thus the term pay-per-click. PPC can be a cost-effective way to drive traffic to your website. There are so many benefits to consider. The first one is that it is cost-effective because you only pay whenever users reaches your websites. It is good value for money. PPC is also measurable. PPC campaign can be set up carefully to measure effectiveness. PPC is a great option for a business that wants to swiftly increase their revenues. These new media elements help retailers to offer promotion more relevant, more engaging, and more targeted.
Good day to all of you. I am Althea Lorraine S. Ignacio, also one of the reporters assigned on the topic about retail communication mix. On my part, I will be discussing about communication programs to develop brand image. But first, let me explain to you what is brand image. Brand image is the perceptions of customers about a particular brand. Image of any brand tends to develop over time because brand image is formed in the minds of customers based upon the experience and interactions of the customers with the brand. Interactions can take place in different ways and not necessarily only the buying or using the products. The major concept behind the brand image is that the customer is not only buying the product but also image which is associated with the products or services. So companies should make every effort to make the brand image unique, positive, and instant. Additionally, the brand image can also be strengthened through making use of brand communication like packaging, advertising, publicizing through word of mouth, and other promotional tools. Brand image for business success, where every organization invests all their efforts to build a strong brand image, as it is very helpful in fulfilling the motives and objectives of a business. A strong image of your brand can deliver the following benefits to your organization. First, it becomes easier to introduce new products within a brand name. Second is additional profits in the form of new customers are attracted toward the product. Third, it tends to develop a better business-customer relationship. Fourth, it helps in increasing the trust level of existing customer and helpful in customer retention. Brand image is a deciding factor which determines the sales of a product, and it is very important because it is the aggregations of views and beliefs related to a certain brand. The value and character of that particular brand are portrayed through its image, and eventually, that mirror in which the key values of the organizations is reflected. It is very important parameter when it comes to brand performance. If the brand image is positive, the product would rise, which would result in more sales. But negative brand image will lead to opposite results. Every company should be try to be realistic while identifying the brand identity of the product. This identity should be practical, objective, and smart. If it is too ambitious, it may lead to customers not forming the same perceptions in their mind. A positive brand image is built when customers are able to recall the brand and its uniqueness in terms of offered value proposition, relates to the organization's way of business and its key values. Hence, perceptions is important because it's formed completely on its own in its customer's mind and cannot be measured quantitatively. It can be influenced to a good brand identity, which a company can control. There are 5 factors contributing to brand image. First is a quality of the product. Second is usability of the product. And third is perceived value. Fourth, some association like celebrity with positive impact. And the last is durability. It can be understood with example. Example, BMW SE car is associated with luxury, power, and status symbol. The brand image of BMW is positive in minds of target audience, and the image is of a brand which will raise their status in society and would be seen as absolute parameter of one's success. Another example can be seen for Starbucks. It is considered a place which is associated with warmth, comfort, and good coffee. The brand image for Starbucks is that of a comforting brand. People associate memories with such brands. There are many more examples within a brand image. Among several, one of the main purposes of any brand is to create an image that will take the organization and its offerings forward. In order to achieve this, huge budgets are allocated and many creative ideas are scrutinized. Some examples of strong brand image are Colgate. Colgate is that brand name which is popular in nearly every household worldwide. The brand has managed to create its image which defines belief and trust. Consumers of Colgate are convinced that the brand will deliver satisfactory results. Colgate has created an image in the mind of its customers that using it will be better for looking after their teeth, and it is a good way to maintain their dental and oral health. As a result, consumers mostly go for Colgate as the brand is being associated with trust. Another example is Tiffany & Co. Tiffany & Co. has a brand image in the minds of the customers to be a top quality and expensive brand through its products, events, ads, stores, and others. High quality and luxurious brand image of the company has grown organically from such consistent experiences. McDonald's is one of the examples of having a brand image. The brand image of McDonald's is quick and inexpensive food. The food, service, stores, commercials, and other such elements consistently reflect the image of the brand. Additionally, it creates an image in the minds of customers as affordable food with which customers are quite comfortable. They know what will be getting once they come to McDonald's.
Hello everyone, my name is Jocelyn Duran Magtubo, and the topic again that was given to us was Retail Communication Mix, and the topic that was given to me by the group is Communication Program Builds Customer Loyalty. But before I tackle that, let me first introduce to you what Retail Communication Mix is. Let us now ask the question, what is Retail Communication Mix? The communication mix involves all the tools that you use to communicate with your customers or your potential customers. This could be through advertising, social media, product packaging, direct marketing, websites, events, and exhibitions. It is the way your business be recognized. You make them know what you can offer to your customers, how your products and services will satisfy them. Some of the other examples are also advertisements from radio and television, sales promotion, which where you give discounts at 50% off, limited events like that, public relation, wherein you're turning the brand image into a story, just like this. Okay, and the next one is personal selling, having salespeople introduce your product. Since we already know what retail communication is, let us move forward to know what customer loyalty is. Customer loyalty is the commitment from customers to continue purchasing from a company based on the benefits received from those purchases. Customer loyalty is largely based on price, benefits, and rewards. The more value or benefits the customers receives, the more likely they will shop to that business in the future. Customer loyalty is somehow related to customer retention, wherein customer retention refers to the ability of company or product to retain its customer over some specified period. High customer retention means customers of the product or business tend to return. To further understand what customer loyalty is, let me give you an example. One of the companies that has the greatest customer loyalty program is Starbucks. We are all familiar with this because maybe some of you are buying, not all of us, but some may be buying their coffee from Starbucks, okay? Starbucks brand is iconic. To align with their brand identity and logo, Starbucks created tiered loyalty program structure that consists of 2 levels, which is the green and gold. To award their customers, they enabled to earn stars with each purchase. Through earning stars, customers then earn free products or free top-ups along with additional personalized rewards. So, why is customer loyalty so important? Sometimes we ask ourselves that question. Why do we need to retain our customers? Why do we need to convince them that our business is far competitive from the other businesses? The reason is that we have these 5 benefits. In this, we will know now the reason why customer loyalty is important. So, in order to know the importance of which, let me give you its 5 benefits. These 5 benefits are: number 1, drive repeat business; number 2, increase revenue; 3, create brand ambassador; 4, defend against competition; and lastly, gain valuable feedbacks. So let us tackle number 1, which is drive repeat business. Loyal customers are the most likely to keep coming back to purchase from your business. That's why we call them loyal. They may have a favorite product they can't live without, or they may feel inclined to your latest products or services because they have favorable experiences in the past. Whatever the reason may be, loyal customers are more likely to drive repeat business, making retention of loyal customers key. Okay, let us now come to increase revenue, which is our number 2. Returning customers spend close to 70% more money on products and services when compared to first-time customers. The likelihood to spend more stems for a sense of trust that customers has developed over time for their favorite brand. In essence, once a customer likes and trusts the quality of your brand, they're more likely to purchase in a higher quantity. You know what? Sometimes, loyal customers are one of the reasons why a business is being known. And this is part of the Create Brand Ambassador, which is our number 3. Not only will loyal customers keep coming back themselves, they will spread brand awareness through word-of-mouth marketing. Happy customers are likely to tell friends and family about your business and your products, essentially advertising and spreading good graces on your behalf. Existing customers' referrals help bring in new customers, making your loyal customers brand ambassadors of sorts. That's why we should thank our loyal customers also when it comes to giving us a good referral. Now, let us move forward to number 4, which is defend against competition. When loyal customers spend money with your brand, competitors lose out on potential revenue. Essentially, every money spent on your brand is a money not spent on your competitors. Be sure to keep your loyal customers happy with great customer service so they can continue to purchase from your business and not your competitors. And last but not the least, number 5, gain valuable feedback. Oftentimes, it's your loyal customers who answer surveys and respond to questionnaires distributed by your marketing team because they like your brand and what you do to improve. Loyal customers will not mind taking the time to share valuable feedback that you can then turn into actionable marketing tactics. I can be a proof in this that when I am loyal to a business, I give them valuable feedback. One example is that when I shop on the Shopee and I go to the shop that I like, then after receiving the product, I give them 5 stars in order to repay them for the good quality of products that I have received from them. Great customer service helps to show customers you care. In return, these customers will become loyal and buy from you repeatedly. Forge a relationship with your current customers. They'll continue to engage to your brand and recommend your company to their friends and family. Through word-of-mouth marketing and customer loyalty go hand in hand. Just know that loyalty program should enable your brand to increase in value and drive up to customers. Not every loyalty program offers discounts. Some companies engage members through exclusive experiences. This is very true because sometimes when other businesses that I do not like offer 60 to 70% discount, I still do not purchase from them because I know that they will not satisfy my needs and wants. I still go to the business wherein I repeatedly purchase even though they do not give discounts. I still know that they will satisfy what my need is. They will able to satisfy the wants that I have. And they will give me a better experience. That's why I still purchase on the shop or the business that I am loyal to. Let me now share to you the reason why communication programs build customer loyalty. Since communication program is already tackled by the third reporter, I will no longer tell its definition, but instead I will just give an example relating to building customer loyalty in order to avoid redundancy. We have said earlier that through communication, we give our customer the chance to know our business better. But the truth is we give them more. You give them more when you communicate with them. And what are these? We have 4 here. And number 1, we tend to give them a chance or opportunity to trust our business or your business. How is it possible? Because when you show them that when you show them what your business can offer, they tend to be curious about it, and then they will more likely to engage to you. So when you've proven to them that you have reasons, that they have reasons to trust you, they will then trust your business. Number 2, you give them quality assurance. By showing them details, how your product is made, what are the materials you've used in order to create the products that you are selling or the services. Showing them that your product is somehow or maybe the best among the other products. And lastly, we educate them. By this, customers will feel more cared and loved because they can feel that you do not just care for your profit, but also you care for their experiences to the products you are selling or the services that you offer to them. The experiences with you and your thoughts with the products and the purchases they have done. Sometimes this is true because myself, I I like those businesses who ask me how is your experience with the product when they give you updates, just like when they ask you, Mom, is the product okay? Can I ask your feedback in order to know what we can offer to you again in your next purchase? Just like that. When we feel that this business cares for me, I must purchase to this business again. Because you will know that they care for your experience, right? They just don't sell products from you. Afterwards, they'll just forget you, not in that way, but instead they show you that they care for you and love you as customers. And that is the end of my report. Before I end this, let me please leave you a quotation from Eric Taylor, where he said, "Build a loyalty platform with clear consumer benefits and layer in customer-generated content to help build a community. With a great voice of the customers, strategy including questions, answers, ratings and reviews, and visual contents, your customers will feel the right at home consuming and adding their own voice to your community." That would be all. Thank you for listening.
Good day everyone. I am Janamina M. Dominguez and I am going to discuss planning the retail communication program. So, let's start. There are 4 steps in planning the retail communication program. The first step is setting objectives. Second step, determining communication budget. Third step is allocating the budget. And the last step is implementing and evaluating the budget. So first, let us talk about setting objectives. So, setting objectives on retail marketing is creating and developing products or services that are competitive, reasonable prices, and would still yield profits. On setting of objectives, retailers must have some of the criteria such as understanding their customers, making connections, improving their direct marketing, and making their product known. Communication objectives are planned for both long and short term. So, long-term objectives belongs to long period of time. Let's say 1 to 3 years or even more than that. So, example of long-term objectives are to create a strong brand image towards the store and to create a strong brand loyalty towards the retailer. So, these objectives cannot achieve overnight. That's why it is considered as long-term because it takes time to achieve those objectives. So, short-term objectives keep on changing as per market trends. So, for example, during festival seasons or let's say Christmas season, retailers must think on how to improve their communication and marketing strategy for them to be able to make the customer go to their store and for them to be able to achieve their sales for the day or to improve their sales for that day or for that season. Once the communication objectives are set, a retailer now establishes the market situations and designs the communication strategies comprising various constituents like advertising, sales, event management, sales promotion, email promotion, personal selling, etc. So now, let us proceed to the second step, which is determining the communication budget. So, all the objectives and criteria for retail marketing would only be possible by setting up funds. So, without funds, it would be difficult for them to set their target goal and creating resources. So, budget is based on the availability of funds rather than on the opportunities. So, while planning the budget, retailers must not only consider the short term and the long term, but they need also to consider the implications of investments. Why? Because for them to be able to allocate their working capital correctly. So, establishing the budget is the most important marketing communication decision. The implications of not spending enough or spending too much are considerable. So, if you do not invest enough on the marketing communication, even a very well-designed marketing campaign may fail and lead to sales and profit loss. And if we spend too much, then we are actually wasting our limited resources. So, the unnecessary expenditures will also reduce profits. Allocating the budget is the third step on planning the retail communication program. So, one of the key activities that they should focus on the initial phase of retail marketing is the creating and allocation of the budget. Allocation of budget will give the team a preview of which and what activities will be done and would lessen the risk of budget constraints. Therefore, it becomes imperative for a retailer to allocate the budget considering the firm's turnover and affordability. For example, if a retailer spends more money on displays, ambience, interiors, and exteriors, he would have a shortage of funds to meet its day-to-day requirements. So, let's say he has only a small working capital. Then, he spends the most of it to those things. So, how can he fulfill the other needs that can make his store more productive and competitive? So, the last step in planning the retail communication program is implementing and evaluating the budget. Before finalizing and approving the budget, it still needs to go under discussion with the key individuals within an organization. This is when the budget would go under constant evaluation to see if the budget allocation was done correctly. Implementing the communication program is one of the most critical stages in retail communication process. So, a retailer must understand that the retail market is the fast-changing market and the most dynamic place in today's era. An ideal communication program always should be flexible to change as and when need appear. So, making real and deep assumption with these regards can play an important role towards the success of communication process. After implementing the plan of action, a retailer must look into the result of communication program. So, once implemented, program starts giving result within a realistic period of time. Now, a retailer must plan for the success of communication program, and if the customers are persuaded and excited, then it will lead to increase of customers traffic as well as enhanced sales. So that ends my report, and thank you for listening.